What happens when conscious singles gather at the base of Mount Shasta for a weekend of connection, nature, and heart-opening experiences? I'm here with Joy and Gavin Taylor, and today we're talking about the annual Conscious Singles Retreat in Mount Shasta and why it's become such a meaningful experience for so many of our members. Joy and Gavin met on the site 3 years ago and got married a year and a half ago, which is after the success story interview, actually. And it's, as we're filming this today, it's early March 2026, just for reference. In addition to being lovebirds, they are co-creative partners offering relationship programs and tools, including the Real Us workshop series and the Conscious Singles Retreat in Mount Shasta, which has been getting a lot of attention in our community. They are both authors and speakers in personal development. Gavin is a spiritual therapist and couples counselor, and Joy leads women's circles. And together, they bring decades of experience to their shared work. Welcome, Joy and Gavin. Hi, you two.
Hey,
How,
Jill. Pleasure to spend time with you.
yeah, it's great, Jill. Next time
Likewise.
in person. Next time in person.
There we go. I know we need that. So we're overdue. So let's just jump right in. When people hear about the singles retreat, they might imagine like awkward mixers or forced connections. What actually happens at the singles retreat? Tell us.
It's not like that at all because people come, they're drawn to this, who are very sincere in their dedication to themselves, to living fulfilled lives. And they have a desire for a very wonderful partner. And they want to do all that they can do to prepare themselves to not only draw that partner, but to be able to sustain that relationship long term. So people come from the first night. It's safe, it's heartfelt, people are engaged, they're very grateful to be there, and we begin to play.
I love that you said we begin to play. What exactly happens? Well, we live in a magical, mystical, incredibly majestic, natural environment. Gavin and I just bought a home. The retreat is here. So it's got a homey feel. And we approach this as facilitators. So we're companion guides and we do some beautiful workshop type activities. We move our bodies, we get out in nature. It is, like Gavin said, it's a personal journey. It's a self-reflective opportunity and also a great opportunity to meet others. And we guide the activities. So you always have permission to participate to the extent that you want to participate. And, Jill, it's funny, you said forced connections, not forced, but deep connections are formed. Awkward mixers? No. Mixers? Yeah, we've got some fun ways that we connect people with themselves because part of it is meeting other people. Some of it is just who am I around new people, which is so fascinating. Anytime I go to any event, singles event, couples event, whatever event, who am I today around these different people? So, we do play. We play in nature, we play in our home, we have great meals, we have a fire circle, we share together, we learn together, we journal, we play music.
One last addition is that, Jill, you know this about us. The way that we lead is we are fellow travelers on the path. We share our process very vulnerably, openly. We continue to grow and work ourselves in our relationship. There's no such thing as arriving. And it's amazing how if people feel it's safe, they want vulnerability. They want self-discovery. They want revelations. And that's what they receive here.
What I've gathered too, just from talking to people that have attended the retreats and you guys, is that you create this team environment almost. So it's rather than somebody feeling awkward or alone, they're part of a team and everybody's kind of cheering for each other and helping each other in a way with feels like you create this really nice energy and environment where people automatically feel safe. I think they walk in the door and they feel safe. Just
I do.
kind of more of a natural, fun, let's just go for it and have a good time and see what happens kind of a feel is what I get.
Yeah, it's safe to be present, to discover and share who we are and open up in new ways. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we do, as Gavin said, we're very humble and vulnerable and honest, the real us, right? Our workshop series, people who've attended that know we'll share our stories and our process. And the more we open in that, the more people feel safe and opening in that. And of course, we do a beautiful welcoming circle, and we sit in circle most of the time, which creates that environment. And we talk about how to create safety together and what we're all up to collectively. And that sets the tone for the entire time together. We set the tone as soon as someone looks at the landing page. We're very clear about who this retreat is for. We talk about safety in our application, in our survey. Well, it's not an application, but the survey process, once people register, we want to get to know them already.
Well, and I love the humility aspect too. And because people really learn from when you share your experiences and what you've
Very.
gone through, it really makes a big difference. Like, I still remember your zucchini cutting story from the success story interview because it was such a good example. When you bring it home with real life examples,
Yeah.
then that's the best way for me to learn. And I think for a lot of people too. So, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
kudos to the
Well,
way you teach too.
Well, and we've been together 3 years. We met on your site. I mean, we both dated. We've been through obviously separations, relationships that didn't work. We both
Divorces.
felt hopeless at times, nervous at times, stretched, excited. I mean, we're all human, but Gavin and I pretty recently found each other. So it's kind of contagious, and we do have a lot to share. And by no means was our courtship perfect, but boy, it was fantastic. And so we love sharing our stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm, I love it. That's beautiful. Well, Mount Shasta, I lived there for 11 years myself before moving here to the Caribbean. And it's a very special place to me as well. And I would love for you to just talk about that a little bit about why Mount Shasta and what does being there add to the whole experience?
Yeah, Mount Shasta is a very beautiful natural environment that is pristine in so many ways. Our home is at 3,000, about 300 elevation. We live about 4 minutes from Lake Siskiyou, which is one of the places we're going to all go visit together. The mountain view is right here from our home sanctuary. And the mountain is majestic. People come here from all over the world because some people get a vision, some people hear about it, some people it's spoken in a dream. There's a call here, and it's been known as one of the power places on the planet. And so everyone has their own experience. I just know that for us, it's a beautiful community that we love, and it's natural and it's expansive, and people have an opportunity here to experience themselves and new states of consciousness, truly. And Gavin, I lived here when Gavin came, and he says, "Oh, I fell in love with you. Well, I also fell in love with the mountain."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the nature that's here, that's very healing and very uplifting in a way that's hard to describe, is woven in throughout the weekend together in the retreat. So we spend time outside. We give people spacious time to spend time with themselves, with each other, out in nature. It's woven in throughout.
And on Monday after the retreat, we've arranged with our dear friend who is a mountain guide to take whoever wants to up on a spiritual quest where he has a permit to take people onto the mountain.
So that's the Monday after for 3 hours for those that would like to do that in addition to the retreat. And that's on the website.
Yeah, yeah. But we will be forest bathing. We will be barefoot in the grass in our yard. We will be going to the lake. There's some places that we can take the group. And we look forward to that. Yeah, yeah. And it's also why we do it at the end of August. It's a beautiful time of year here.
Mhm.
Swimming in the lake is a rich experience, as
I
you
agree.
as you know.
I agree. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, beautiful mountain setting, amazing trees, big boulders, rocks, rivers, waterfalls, lakes. I mean, yeah, it's heavenly, and the energy there is amazing, and people will love it. You'll love it. You'll love it.
And,
So,
and as you know, it's a small town, and there are
yes.
three signals in town. That's all. It's astonishing. There's no traffic here whatsoever. The air is clear. Oh my God.
It is pretty pristine. And
Yeah.
signals, you mean traffic signals, because there might be
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
signals.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so who should attend the retreat? Let's talk about the actual, what's the ideal person that's going to show up and really get the most out of this?
More and more, Jill, we draw folks into our work that are very sincere about living a mature spirituality. They're psychologically brave. They realize how important somatic work is and how important it is to have vitality in one's body and in their health orientation to life, and to be creative. So, our work really focuses on helping each person strengthen those qualities that allow for not only a fulfilling life one on one by yourself, but that allow you to have a long term, mature, truly fulfilling, flourishing relationship. So while they're here during the weekend, they get a chance to assess, how am I doing in all those key areas, and where can I go to the next level? Because there's always a next level.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
would
for sure.
say anyone, I love that you are our sponsor and the Conscious Dating Network. So right now we're probably, most of you who are listening to this video, you're on your site, one of your sites, Jill. And I would say anyone who also wants to take it into the in-person environment. One of the women who just registered, we've gotten a few registrations in already. She wrote, I'm coming because I want to practice communicating with other people in person. Yeah. And so I would say that's one reason. I want to tell a story too, because I remember one of the people who came 2 years ago, he knew it was getting close. It was like, okay, I'm ready to meet my person. He was on your site, Jill, but he wasn't very active. And he just got a message, I got to get off the couch. Literally, that was his little guidance. And he opens up his email. You had sent a message about the retreat. He came, he met his partner, and they're still together to this day. They met at the retreat.
Mm.
And that was so beautiful. So who should come? If you're getting a call, you might want to follow those nudges, right? I mean, that's how I met Gavin. I got an intuitive hit. I got a nudge. In our case, it was just to get active on spiritual singles.
I think the core reason people come, and the core reason people should come, is if they hold a desire, a sincere prayer in their heart, like a knowing, an instinct. I am desirous of an extraordinary relationship in this lifetime, and I want to do whatever I can to prepare myself so that that can happen. So people come and they sit around the circle the first night. Everybody there carries that yearning. I yearned for 4 years before I found joy. And that yearning carried me through all the steps until we found each other. So this weekend is a very powerful opportunity to act on that prayer, that desire, in a powerful way, so that your intention is crystal clear what you're opening to.
Excellent. Yeah, yeah. I couldn't add anything else. If you, as you're listening to this, if you feel called or guided or pushed or nudged, as I say, then just sign up and go for it. And just let go of any inhibitions, let go of fears, and be adventurous, and just, why not? Why the hell not? Just do it.
Yeah.
Okay, a couple last questions for you. So I know it's not designed specifically for singles to meet their soul aligned partner. However, it is possible, as you mentioned, and I know
Yeah.
many people have in the past. What's the ideal attitude for those attending about that? Like, how should they come, like, thinking about, oh, I might meet my partner, or what's a good attitude?
I would say come meet yourself in new ways. Come for you. Come to love yourself more and more deeply, to fill your own being. It's like going to the well, and it's a wellspring of love that is in the environment that you can access in yourself. Because when we are more radiant and we're more prepared and we're taking steps towards anything we desire, it's felt. And it's really that I would say is the reason to come. It's for you. It's an enjoyable opportunity for you.
I think there's a
Yeah.
mistaken impression that the goal here in dating is to find the right person. But what I've seen both before you start dating and then you start dating, when you get in a relationship or long term, what allows a relationship to flourish, and I've done marriage and couples counseling for 40 some years, is when each partner is dedicated to themselves, to their own growth, their own healing, their own aliveness. And when those two come together, if there's compatibility as well, you really have something. And that's a lot of the focus what we bring to the weekend.
Yeah, we have some wonderful frameworks that we like to bring into the weekend. Since you mentioned that one, we do talk about core ingredients of who you are becoming and how you can prepare yourself and deepen your own relationship with your own spiritual center. And also how to assess compatibility in the 4 different dimensions
Really
of compatibility. And that's one of the workshops we do together. We also look at the feminine and the masculine and embody both and embrace both within ourselves.
So important.
Talk about how we can evolve as women in both our masculine and feminine, and men in their masculine and feminine. All of these kinds of pieces are great to
a beautiful tapestry during the weekend.
Yeah.
And we really focus not just on lecture. It's not lecture. It's really people are discovering for themselves, like, wow, what kind of a person would be compatible with me, and getting conscious about that and clear. Because without being conscious and clear, it's easy to get caught up in energy or chemicals and sexuality, and not be as wise as you can with what you do know about what works for you and what doesn't. Because that's a responsibility in dating too, is to be fierce and to be very upfront and honest. But you can only do that if you have the self-knowledge of what really works for you.
Yeah, I mean, that self-sovereignty, that knowing thyself allows us then to enter into the dating and the courtship and relationship where we can continue to be ourselves. So we talk about love and truth, how to communicate from love and also be in full integrity with our yeses and nos. We talk about honorable dating. So that's a little bit of what's covered there.
Yeah.
You guys cover a lot of ground in that weekend. And I mean, the way people leave, arrive and leave, they always are just so impressed, and they feel so satiated. And what's the word? Just recharged. It's like they get what they came there for, and no matter what that is, it's just really, really powerful, really good. And you also help with their profiles. So the whole thing is very practical in everything you're teaching, including you take profile photos for them.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting quite good at spontaneous portrait iPhone photos that just capture, because I'm the kind of person, as a photographer, which I studied in college, I will take a lot of shots. I might take 25 and give the individual 4 of them. And they have some gorgeous profiles and maybe even see themselves a little differently than they did before. And they're beautiful profiles in nature. They're happy. Yeah.
As they're coming more alive, and that shows in the photograph. That's who they are. It's coming right out of them.
Yeah. It's a buzz. It's such a love fest, and people walk away with allies. As you said earlier, Jill, it's not that you necessarily meet your soul aligned partner, but you meet yourself, and you meet some really great friends and allies who are rooting for you, who see the beauty in you, who a lot of both the women and men just enjoy the mixed company also, and the opportunity to be really safe in that mixed gender environment.
It's good practice too for that. So many people, especially as we get older and maybe are retired, don't have as much interaction with other people. This is such great practice to be immersed with a group for the weekend and learn so many great skills and go within and have that team feeling of helping each other, cheering for each other. And I mean, I would say don't have any expectations of meeting somebody special. However, you can definitely put that in the back of your head as a possibility. That's what
Sure.
I would say. And I just to add a little bit to everything you said, which was perfect.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
last question: if someone's kind of feeling that quiet yes inside, and maybe even a little nervous excitement, what would you say to them? Like, how what would you? I mean, obviously, go for it, but what would you guys say?
I'd be astonished if someone didn't feel a level of nervousness or vulnerability about coming, about investing, about venturing. I think life requires risk. Life requires vulnerability for us to progress, to create what we want. So that's, to me, the fear sits right next to the creativity and the desire. So it's an indicator that you've gotten a hold of something here. So, and just know that again, we create a safe space because the whole territory of relationship has got a history with it for most of us with trauma and difficulty. Some of that comes up during the weekend. We know how to facilitate that very skillfully. Someone goes, oh my God, I'm having a challenge dating because I don't feel worthy. I didn't realize the extent I had that going. And that discovery can be made, and they can let go of that and move into a sense of being seen and honored by themselves and others. That's powerful stuff. This is a in-depth experiential program, not meant to scare anybody. It's real, but it's safe and it's easy and it's fun. I mean, fun and depth go hand in hand. It's a wonderful thing.
Great, beautiful. That's beautiful. I love the way you shared that. And I would just really encourage anybody thinking about doing this to register and go for it and make it an adventure, make it an exciting thing you're doing, and be open to all kinds of possibilities. And you also might want to spend a little more time in Mount Shasta afterwards because it's such a beautiful area. And I know many people that attend the retreat do that. So spending, go for the, like, get there. It starts on a Friday, right?
Right.
Yeah, we're starting early Friday afternoon. We really want to have ample time. So, yes, we start early Friday afternoon and then we end Sunday evening.
We're also
So,
aware, if anybody is called to do this and they have questions or they're nervous or that talking to us, we're open. Just call us. We'll have a
great.
conversation with you. Because this is about your life. If you're considering doing this, this is sacred territory. This matters. Who you do this kind of work with matters. Who you're joining for the weekend matters. We're available to talk to you if that would be helpful.
Yeah, and go there like, depending on where you're traveling from, because people have come from all over the world to do this
Yeah,
retreat.
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
For seriously, like even from Australia. So you don't have to live nearby to go to this retreat. And I would recommend getting there if you're traveling from far away, get there at least by Thursday. And then, because you got to get to Mount Shasta too. And then stay the week, like stay through the next Friday or Saturday or whatever. Enjoy yourself, take some time off. And just being in Mount Shasta after the retreat is synchronicities happen. You'll just meet beautiful people, great community, and have some fun. And other people from the retreat will be staying longer too, probably. So, and you can go up on the mountain. That's with Andrew. Is that?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, yeah, and that would be great. I'd recommend that for sure.
Yeah, the
And
whole trip could be viewed, and many people view it that way. The whole time here is a spiritual quest. It's a journey.
yeah, make the most of it and have it, and or whatever you want to do. Just go to the retreat at the bare minimum and have a wonderful experience. So thank you guys so much for sharing about the retreat. I think it
Yeah.
really gives people a better idea of some of the depth that you get into, and knowing that we are all on this spiritual journey, this path, and we're all learning and growing all the time. So no matter how many retreats and workshops and stuff and books you've read and all of the work we've all done, there's still layers. We're still learning. We're
Always,
still growing, right?
always,
Yeah,
all the way to
yes.
the end.
And you guys meet people wherever they are. So somebody might be more, on the beginner, just getting into this, and someone else might be, way down the path, but finding those little things that are still stopping them from meeting the love of their life or that soul aligned partner.
Yeah.
And so it just depends. So, but that's the cool thing, is it doesn't really matter I don't even want to say level, but where somebody is with their spiritual growth and what they've already learned. You can meet them everywhere, anywhere they are, and help them
Right.
get to the next level, or just learn the next thing they need to learn.
Sure.
Yeah,
That's it, Jill.
absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
it.
We all come with a beginner mind. That seems to be a wise way to live life, that we're students of life and we just keep growing. So let's grow together. And I want to say, let's glow together, because when we get together and have such a wonderful experience, there's a glow. Everyone leaves with a glow, and that glow is very attractive. And that attraction is the magnet that will allow for the soul aligned meeting, for sure. Yeah, that's the magic. That's the key. If you want to attract true love, radiate true love.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So
Thank you, Jill.
Thank you.
Thank you too. I love it. And whoever goes will just be so fortunate. 20 singles?
20. We're going to have 20 here.
Yep. There we go.
And men sign up.
There you go.
Yeah. Lucky men and women. All right. Well, we will catch you on the flip side. Thank you guys so much.
Pleasure.
All right. And thank you everybody for watching the video, and I hope you go.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.